I was 14, I thought we were just poor, but honestly, I had no idea how much my mom was sacrificing behind the scenes, because every morning she smiled, packed my lunch, and told me everything would be okay. Even when our electricity got shut off, even when there was barely food in the fridge, and even when she worked 2 jobs just to keep us afloat. But the craziest part is she never complained, not once. Then one day I noticed her wedding ring was gone, and when I asked about it, she smiled and said she put it somewhere safe. And honestly, I believed her, because I was just a kid, but years later I found out the truth. That ring was the last thing she had from my father, before he passed away. And she secretly sold it to pay for my school trip, because she didn't want me to be the only kid left behind, man. When I found that out, I couldn't breathe because I still remember that trip. I remember laughing with friends and thinking life was normal while my mom was giving up the most valuable thing she owned just so I could fit in. And honestly, the guilt hit me hard, but back then I didn't know. I couldn't know, so I promised myself that one day I'd repay every sacrifice she ever made. And for years I worked like crazy. I took every job I could find, studied late at night, built a business from my bedroom, failed more times than I can count, and there were moments I wanted to quit. But every time life got hard, I thought about that ring. I thought about my mom smiling through her pain so I could have opportunities she never had, and somehow that kept me going. Then at 29, my company finally took off. Everything changed, the money, the success, the opportunities. But honestly, there was only one thing I cared about doing first. So one weekend I drove my mom to a jewelry store and asked her to pick any ring she wanted. She laughed and thought I was joking, but when she realized I was serious, tears instantly filled her eyes. Then she quietly said something I'll never forget. She said, "I never wanted the ring back. I just wanted you to have a better life." And, man, that destroyed me. Because in that moment, I realized something. The greatest gift a parent can give isn't money, it's sacrifice. And before we left the store, I handed her a small box. Inside was a ring, almost identical to the one she sold all those years ago. And honestly, I've never seen my mom cry like that before. She held it in her hands, looked at me, and whispered, "Your dad would be proud of you." And man, no award, no paycheck, no success in the world has ever meant more than those words. So if your parents are still here, appreciate them while you can. Because one day you'll realize just how much they gave up without ever asking for credit. And subscribe for more emotional stories.